how to come out of debt. I'm not talking about that, how to come out of what debt. Ne? One of the reasons why people lack and are in bondage is the inability to be able to use money. Most people can't use money. They are unable to can use money. However, in order for you to be able to can use money, you need God to help you, to give you the strategies, to give you the ways on how you have to handle your money. Because every day, every minute, every morning, there are new messes which are new every day, and which obviously God will give you the mercy and the grace and the ability to be able to can use that particular kind of money that you have, that you have. People think of the now, they want to spend all they have when now, forgetting that tomorrow is coming. Most people, they forget that tomorrow is coming. They forget that there are so many things that they have to plan ahead for. All they do is that when they get money, they want to spend all of it and finish all of it. And you sometimes find that there are times or rather days whereby there are sales at shops, and someone will just get there at the shop and just buy anything that was not in the plan, or rather that was not in the budget. And you find that certain things that these people they buy, they're not part of what they planned to buy. Now, majority of the employed people are living from hand to what? Hand to mouth. As an individual, develop self-control, have priorities and things which you require, and spend on them. Don't spend your money on things that you do not require, things that are necessary, things that will make you at the end of time, you find yourself broke because you were not able to can manage your finances. God gives you the wisdom, God gives you the understanding, God gives you knowledge to be able to can use your finances in a pretty good way. And hence, as an individual, you need God to help you so that you may use your finances in a good way. In life, you have to be able to plan and think of the future. It is not good for a Christian to be broke or due to an ignorance. You don't have to be broke due to ignorance. Most people, they be broke because they be buying things, the things that they do not need. Develop strategies and plan on how you will be able to keep a constant flow of flow of money and the blessings of the Lord. Whenever God gives you something, find a way on how you're going to keep that thing flowing consistently. Why people, they want miracles, especially financial miracles, because when they get financial openings, they will create flows, catch flows for their money to be able to can flow. But God will give you wisdom to be able to can use that kind of money that you will have. Whenever you are unable to keep a constant flow of money, you'll be where? You'll be in debt. If you can't keep a constant flow of money, you'll be what? You'll be in debt. And one thing as a believer, avoid credit even when you qualify to buy things in credit. Rather be patient and wait while you are saving. When you have enough into your account, you will be able to buy a car of your own choice, build a house of your dreams. The blessings of the Lord make it rich, and He added no sorrow to them. However, if you live a life of what? Debt, peace will be what? Taken away from you. Because you always think of how you're going to pay, how much the money you owe, how you're going to raise the kind of money that you have to raise. But when you're in Christ, God gives you wisdom. The Bible said you got the mind of Christ, meaning when you have the mind of Christ, God is well able, when you talk with Him concerning your finances, concerning your financial life, He will give you wisdom on how to manage your financial life and manage financial crisis. Whenever you know how and which strategies you need and what are the things that you require and need. It's no use to be working for so many years and you have nothing to show. Yet you've been working, yet you've been earning quite a lot. Every month you earn, yet your money gets what? It gets devoured. Sometimes you have to learn how to release whatever that you have. Because if you don't release what you have, you might end up misusing the money in a way that you reject, that you regret yourself. Now, Many people are stressed or depressed. Some have high blood pressure, which is the result of debt. In order for a Christian life to live a life of peace and happiness, live a what? A debt-free life. So that you can be able to focus on the Lord. Most people, they don't focus on the Lord. They don't spend time with the presence of the Lord. They don't have time for the Father, because all they think of is their worries, how much they owe Edgar, or how they owe Cummins, how they owe Joshua, how they owe bread loaves. Hence, those things, they occupy their space. The plan of the enemy is to deviate you from the plan and the purpose of God, is to deviate you from the Father. How will you do that? He will do that through finances, through attacking your finances. Then he'll deviate, or rather take you out of what? The will of the Father. Other people, they're working very hard to pay their debt. Rather be patient. Don't be influenced by what? By the world and the people of this world, where you find yourself under pressure. Most people, they don't get in debt because you are under pressure. Debt will put you under pressure. Learn how to manage your finances. Learn how to manage your life. Learn how to manage everything. Rather wait for the Lord to give you what He has promised you. Surely the Lord is faithful, and He will give you your hard work, your desires. When you pursue Him, when you follow Jesus, when you seek Him diligently, He adds everything that you need in life. When He adds everything that you need in life, He will definitely set you free. You are free. When somebody that is seeking the Lord is definitely free. You check the believers that were in Acts, they were so satisfied. When you have Christ, you are satisfied. Debt is a result of lack of satisfaction. When you're not satisfied with what God has given you, what you have, you will end up what? In debt, trying to get what you desire, because you're not what? Satisfied. You have to first what? The first thing when you want to live a debt-free life, you have to be what? You have to be satisfied. Be satisfied. Be satisfied. When you're satisfied, when you're content, I'm telling you, definitely you will live a free life. When you're satisfied, you said, what I have is enough. What I have, the Christ that I have, He fills me up with love. He fills me up with joy. I'm satisfied. I'm enough. I'm content. When you're content, I'm telling you, you're going to live a life of peace. When you're content, you're going to live a debt-free life, because you're not living to impress another person. Don't live to impress another person. Your life belongs to Christ. You are living for Christ. And whatever that you desire in life, Christ is so faithful that He's going to give it to you. Whatever that you desire and want to have in life, He is definitely going to give it to you. That's the God. He's so faithful, so loving. Another key thing is that you should not put your trust in men, but hope and trust in the Lord. Open your eyes, your ears, and see what the Lord has spoken and said about your life. The debt life is not a real life, it's a fake life. You will live to impress others. Don't live to impress others. If there's one man that you are living for, you are living for God, because your life is in God. Do not spend more than what you make. Avoid buying clothes with an account. Other current says those things which lose value. Don't buy things that lose their value with debt. Whenever you want to buy something that loses value, don't buy it with debt. Don't buy things which lose their value, so that you can live free. Because sometimes it hurts. You buy something, for example, you buy clothes with that, then you iron. When you iron, they get bent with the iron. You get hurt. You won't be able to control because you've been hurt. You see, there are so many things that deviate you from the presence of the Lord. The things that you face, simple things that you do, sometimes you can put yourself in situations that will end you up not having a good relationship with God, because you'll end up worrying. But I'm here to say, cast your cares to the Lord. He will give you strategies. When you're in debt, Jesus will give you the strategies and the methods on how you need to come out of debt. Don't be moved by when people they buy things. You don't know how they buy those things. Also, my brethren believers, flee from debt. I also believe that for those who are currently in debt, there is a grace to be able to can come out. There's a grace of the Lord. God is going to give you a strategy on how to pay off your debt. You definitely going to live a debt-free life. Jesus is here and he's going to set you free from any kind of oppression or any kind of thing that oppresses you or stresses you. Jesus is there to can deliver you. He said, cast your cares to me because I care for you. He's here to break the chains, set you free, deliver you. It's only him that can deliver you. There's that grace that Jesus is that there's the grace of the Lord that you can come out of debt. There's that grace of the Father. We as believers, we have to also learn how to invest for the future, even for the next coming generation, so that our children do not start from where? From the scratch. Invest in your generation, that there may be enough money. Don't be the kind of people that when your kids as believers, when they have to go to school, they have to start from credit of money for registration because you never saved, you never did. Learn how to save and learn how to manage your life. And I know that Jesus will help you manage your life. Jesus will help you manage your finances. Whenever we invest, we will be protecting our kids against what? Sickness, rather pandemic diseases. Or when we will able to protect our kids. Whenever we invest. And I believe that God is here to do something in your life. God will help each and every individual come out of what? Come out of debt. Right. And he will what? He will help each and every individual. Jesus is here to help you, and you are definitely going to come. I believe that Jesus is here to set you free. You are delivered. God will give you the grace and the ability that you can come out of anything that stresses you, anything that torments you, that death that torments you at night, that separates you from the love of God, because sometimes you don't even understand, you don't even see how much more God loves you. You have to know that God really loves you. And God will give you the grace that you may come out of what? Come out of debt. You shall come out of debt. You shall live a debt-free life. And I pray today that may the good Lord give you the grace and the power and the strategy, and His mercy may be available, that He may strengthen you, that you may come out and pay off that debt and be set free from what? From debt, and live a debt-free life.